Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your boy, The Problem Child, here getting ready for some football, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, the NFL season has started, the college season has started, and I have to say, this look like this is going to be an unpredictable season. I'm not going to make any predictions yet. This is just a refresher just to get us started on a wonderful season that's about to happen. I am so excited for this NFL season. I'm glad that they put their differences aside in this lockout, and I'm glad that meant that they are ready to be men and get out there on that field and play for the fans that have been waiting for this since the end of the Super Bowl because nobody pays attention to the Pro Bowl. Let's be honest, right? You know. By the way, they really need to revamp that Pro Bowl. I mean, it is horrible. It is really a horrible All-Star game. Just have to say that. But anyway, I'm excited. Tonight is the opener. My boys, the Saints, is going to be versing the Packers, the Super Bowl winners of last year. Now, I am looking forward to this. And to a lot of you people out there that saw my New Orleans Saints sucks video a year ago, I made that out of anger. I made that as a fan that was sick and tired and frustrated of watching a losing team, a team that have a history of losing and having a history of sucking, and finally being a fan to express how I felt. Yes, and a lot of people telling me to take it down. I'm not taking it down. Why the fuck do I need to take that video down? I will not take that video down. I will keep it on here as long as I can keep it on here because I felt like I needed that to get off my chest. And to call me not a real fan, this is a guy who would listen to the Saints on a radio if he had no way of looking at it on TV. This is the same guy who finds a way, no matter what city he was in, to watch a New Orleans Saints game. This is the same guy who would sit up there and go to places and cheer this team on, even though they suck or they lost or they had a bad season and still cheer this team on. This is the same guy who would sit up there and get criticized by people who wasn't Saints fans at all, wondering and jumped on their bandwagon team, wondering why am I sticking with a losing team. Well, it's because the team, as bad as we played, we are a team that always had fun. It was spirited, even when we was losing and getting frustrated. Yes, a lot of fans will get frustrated at a losing team, at a team losing over and over again. There's Chicago Cubs fans who are upset with the Chicago Cubs losing. And they have a lot of frustration, but they will never vent it out. But hey, I had the balls to actually vent out and call out my own team. This is not a guy who's calling out a team that he jumped on the bandwagon for or that he's not a lifelong fan for. This is a guy who's a lifelong fan since basically out of the womb of Saints fans because I was surrounded by Saints fans. So for all you guys that had to criticize my video, here's a big middle finger to you guys and tell you to go jump on your bandwagon team and jumping on my team because we finally won a Super Bowl. Where were you fans when we wasn't winning Super Bowl? Where were you fans when we were sitting up there basically crying in the street and cursing in the street and yelling in the street every time a pass was thrown, intercepted, every time Aaron Brooks made a stupid move? You know, I didn't see you fans around then, but that's beside the point. Anyway, I just wanted to address that. But I am so excited for this football season. I can't wait till kickoff. I really can't. My blood is just boiling, just waiting, just burling for this. And I can't wait for it, you know? Um, in this game, I'm going to talk about the game. I'm also going to do my week ones review, previews and stuff like that about the games, and also give a lot of insight on it. So this is just really just because it's the opening game. So I'm going to do a lot of focus on this and do a lot of what I think how it goes down for this. Okay, the Packers are going to be at home in Green Bay. I'm looking forward to this game. I think this is going to be a very, very exciting game to watch and I can't wait for it. Also, you got the New Orleans Saints, who are a team that are a year removed from the Super Bowl, who won a team. But as I can tell for my team, and this is me as a Saints fan, that they did a lot of rebuilding. The only thing I have a problem with is the defense. And I feel like the defense this year is going to get run over by a lot of guys. I am actually terrified of the teams that we're gonna verse with good running backs. You know, you got on our schedule, we got who is it? Oh God, I hate to say these. You know what? I'm not even gonna mention those guys. But we got the New York Giants with Bradshaw. If Bradshaw stay healthy, I'm scared for that. We got Grant, who's gonna be in the game tonight, who I'm actually scared for the Saints of stopping him. Um, who else I can think of? We got the guys in Carolina who I'm scared of for them to run. We got the guy in. We got the running backs who actually are building up their running. Who's a building up team, and they're building up their team really good, which is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who I am actually also terrified of because of how they're gonna run the ball. And you know, I wish that we could have picked up a big acquisition in the linebackers, but we didn't. You know, we got Jonathan Vilma, and Jonathan Vilma, I think this year is gonna have a big season this year. I really do. And I know a lot of people are gonna say this, but this is the fan in me speaking. I think Jonathan Vilma is gonna be the next Ray Lewis in the league if he isn't already. Um, I am I think the Saints are going to really do good this year. I really do. I think that the Saints can go far. I really do see them going to the playoffs this year. We got Ingram from Alabama who been doing okay in the preseason, and I think he's gonna do really good when it comes down to game days. I really am. I think that he might be another Deuce McAllister or another Pierre Thomas back then, back in the old days, another Pierre Thomas. I'm looking forward to seeing this guy in action tonight. I am excited. I am gonna see if he's gonna run the same way that he ran in Alabama, powerful and speedy. Um, with the with Drew Brees, I hope Drew Brees worked on not actually holding on to the ball too long, but actually releasing the ball and getting rid of the ball more instead of just trying to force it into small and tight coverages. Because as much as I love Devery Henderson couldn't catch toilet paper sometimes in some days, and that's what worries me because with Henderson, great speed, great athlete, great. He's a good receiver, but sometimes I mean I feel like if you throw toilet paper at him, he'll drop that. You know. But yeah, I'm looking excited to these guys. I really do think that we have a chance. I'm looking for Graham to actually be a force to reckon with in the tight end division since we got rid of Shockey, which is, to me, when we got rid of Shockey, it wasn't that big of a deal for me, but I do see Jimmy Graham actually being the new Shockey, being a great tight end for us, and Drew Brees loves throwing the tight ends, and the big guys of his size and of his caliber, I really do see an exciting plays with Graham. So for the Saints, I'm really looking forward to them. I think this is going to be very exciting season for them and a very exciting football season, in my opinion. Also, on the Packers side, you got Ryan Grant, who I just gave props to, a great running back, a great, he's a good running back. I can't say great, but he's a good running back. He gets the ball down the field, so the Saints are going to have a lot of trouble stopping him. Aaron Rodgers, who's coming out there off the high of his Super Bowl win, is going to be looking good, looking very exciting. Look at for the threat, the deep ball from to Greg Jennings. Also look for the short passes to Greg Jennings, which is going to be a very exciting game and a very exciting play. Also, not only that, but also look for the defensive side. You got Clay Matthews, you got AJ Hawk, you got those guys, you got Charles Woodson back out there, and those guys are the reason why these players went to the Super Bowl. Great defensive game. They played good in the Super Bowl, stopping Ben Roethlisberger and all them. So I'm really looking forward to this game. This is going to be an exciting game. This is also going to be the game where we can see what's going to happen with the New Orleans Saints and how they're going to take our season. So who that said they're going to beat them Saints? Who that? It's not going to be the Packers tonight. I'm actually going to go with my boys, the Saints, for the big win and a stunning opener against the Green Bay Packers at Green Bay. Sorry, guys, for all you Packers and your cheeseheads. It's not going to happen tonight. So go ahead, Saints, do your thing, and let's get ready to play some football. I'm out.